Fantastic winner of the King George. It's Dahlia striding away now. Dahlia wins it in tremendous style. Racing down towards the furlong pole, and Shergar, the 3-year-old, burst through to take it up on the far side. Generous is going to win the King George, the 6th and Queen Elizabeth Diamond Stakes in terrific style.
And the 3-year-old's going to win it. Galileo, triumphant.
Bastino's finding his way back, but Grandy's holding him on as they come to the line. Grandy wins it.
He's on top narrowly. The strike fights back. Oh, a very, very close finish.
Idaho has taken the lead.
The Oaks goes to Enable, and Ben Battle is home by half a length. Ulysses by a nostril, by a head. Ulysses for the Coral Eclipse. Highland Reel still leads by over a length from Wings of Desire. A tactical masterclass by Ryan Moore. The Highland Reel won the King George.
And a serious race deserves a serious trophy. The King George is the most valuable, the most prestigious all-age mile-and-a-half contest in Britain. At this midway point through the 2017 season, we're ready to see a star performance.
Hipco, the King George VI and Queen Elizabeth Stakes field at the mile-and-a-half start are off and racing. Highland Reel jumps out alertly. Enable is also racing handily, but as expected, the red cap of Maverick Wave moves forward. Enable racing in a very handy position. Pink cap on the outside of Highland Reel. Jack Hobbs is in 4th place early on, just ahead of Idaho, as Frankie grabs hold and allows Maverick Wave to cross. And Enable's quite free in 2nd place. Highland Reel moves up in 3rd. Jack Hobbs in 4th, with Idaho racing in 5th. Ben Battle, the other 3-year-old. The rear of the field early on, the likes of My Dreamboat, Ulysses, a 60s song, and also right at the back is Desert Encounter. This is the softest part of the track, and several are staying wide. Ryan Moore right off the running rail on Highland Reel as Maverick Wave stays closer to the fence. Enable splits the difference, but Ryan Moore charting this wide course at the lowest part of the race course. Jack Hobbs in the all blue just ahead of Idaho. In 6th place, Ben Battle with the white cap, Ulysses, Crossbelts, Noseband, then My Dreamboat, Desert Encounter, and the South American Raider 60s song at the back. Maverick Wave now rather being ignored by the rest of the field and has strode on to the tune of about 7 lengths or so. Enable racing in 2nd place. Highland Reel once again staying off the running rail and now moves through to take 2nd. In 4th place, we just have Idaho on the outside of Jack Hobbs as they're all moved off the inside of running rail, bar the pace-setting Maverick Wave, and the main body of the field is quite well bunched at this stage, so they're making their journey up from Swinley Bottom. Maverick Wave out in front. Highland Reel and Enable are side by side. Idaho tracks his brother in 4th place just ahead of Jack Hobbs, then Ben Battle in the white cap on the inside. Ulysses comes next, will be played late. My Dreamboat 60s song and Desert Encounter. Maverick Wave still has a lead of about 6 lengths on turning in. Highland Reel, Enable and Jack Hobbs, the big 3, are all just about side by side, although early on it's Highland Reel who can't go with Jack Hobbs and Enable, who sweep past, and now it's a Gosden 1-2-3 on the home turn. Maverick Wave, Jack Hobbs, Enable. Highland Reel will need all his tenacity. Ulysses kept in the slipstream of Enable, who now strikes for home. The filly is sent to the front in the King George. Enable stalked by Ulysses, then Jack Hobbs in 3rd. Highland Reel rallying, then Idaho. Enable is set alight. The response is impressive. Ulysses in 2nd place all of a sudden has 3 lengths to find at the furlong pole, and Enable is stretching on. Ulysses from Idaho, then Ben Battle, but out in front it is Enable. Ulysses hanging, being closed on by Idaho, but this is the procession for Enable. A punch of the air from Frankie Dettori. The filly won the King George. 2nd place was Ulysses, then Idaho. Highland Reel, Ben Battle, My Dreamboat from Desert Encounter. Then
and it's another King George for this man, trainer John Gosden. We've just seen something really special there, haven't we?
Yes, it's the fact she can do it on any ground. Frankie was bold, she breaks well, she's very businesslike. And it wasn't the plan to be that close to the pace, but he thought, he thinks she's the best, she's getting the weight from the older, make use of it. And I thought Ulysses made a great run at her. I thought Maverick Wave did a beautiful job pacemaking, and all in all, she's as good as filly as I've ever trained.
And you've won this race in the past with some very, very good horses. She is clearly so high class. What's next for her on the back of that?
Tack Ruder and she were brilliant fillies to win this. Following something like Dahlia and Cornise. trained by an old friend called Angel Penner. We always plan the Yorkshire Oaks. We plan the Yorkshire Oaks and then a nice pause and stop and think, no trials, and then possibly the one in Paris.
How cool is John Gosden? He's just won the King George. Enable, the 8th female King George winner. Her grandfather did it, Galileo. Her dad, Nathaniel, did it, and now she's done it in brilliant style, and the world is her oyster. She gets an automatic place, winning you're in the Breeders' Cup turf. There's £1 million bonus if she goes and wins the Japan Cup. She's a hot favourite now for the Arc. Here goes Frankie. He's had a tough week, Frankie, but it's all been worth it. He has won the... Taking the...
Twice. Also, the ground conditions would have blunted her change of gear today, so she's just had to lengthen. She's had to really stretch. And look, she's won by a similar margin to the distance she won over in Ireland and at Epsom as well. That was a much tougher race. She will have known that she's been in a real tough contest.
Arc next, bruv.
The Arc, she gets the Yorkshire Oaks at the Arc, but she ranks amongst the light.
Here's the presentation. Sheikh Farhad on the left there, sponsored by Kipco, the Duke of York. In the middle, Khalid, Abdullah and Judmont winning the race again. A magnificent trophy as well. John Gosden's on his way up. And he deserves this, Francesca, taking the chance like he did with Tagruda, running the filly in the race with the allowance and her taking advantage.
Absolutely, and don't forget the other horse that he's won this race with, Nathaniel, in 2011, trained by John Gosden, sire of Enable, son of Galileo. So Galileo was responsible as the grandsire of the winner and then the sire of the 2nd, 3rd and 4th home. So his dominance still reigns.
On the back pages, you'll see Frankie tomorrow, that iconic shot, kissing the camera, blowing that kiss at the end. He will love this, Jason, after everything he's been through.
Yeah, he says about going home and having a big meal tonight. He won't. He'll go back, he'll look after himself. He's fit, he's lean, he's mean, and again, he's top of the pile.